Alrighty. We are here with
You
the
guys put a
Powerful Dragons team. Thank you for coming and taking the time to do a little AMA here at Node Nation. We really appreciate you guys setting aside time on this busy Friday afternoon / evening to be here with us and kind of discuss Powerful Dragons and your guys' game plan, what you do, who you are, and where you're going. So that said, why don't you guys go ahead and give us an introduction of who you are, what you guys do, and a little bit about Powerful Dragons.
Yeah, so I'm Pahakurki. I'm the founder of the project, and I was in charge of the NFT generation and the metadata, and kind of the visionary for the future projects.
Beautiful, thank you.
Nameless, do you want to go or?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, I'm Nameless. I am responsible for like art. I'm also a designer and developer. So I've been working on our website and minting the app. I also do pretty much everything.
That's the end. All right. Mic drop. Yeah. No, Nameless does a lot for our product. Definitely a huge asset to the team. He's been generally when Paho was kind of getting everything together, and like us core team were getting together, the idea was just having Nameless as an artist without the understanding of his full background and anything. So it's definitely a blessing to our project overall to understand him, and not only him, but like his brother's knowledge in the space of Web3 development, game design. Nameless himself having I think he said like 10 plus years just working in tech and startups and stuff. So he's definitely familiar with the space, and huge asset to the team. So when he says pretty much everything, he does almost pretty much a little bit of everything, if not everything himself. So yeah, he works hard. We wouldn't be here without him for sure. I'm Ruski, or my name's Ryan. I'm in charge of like the marketing part of this of the project. So the three of us kind of sit together and help brainstorm of future plans, how we can execute. But for me personally, my role is trying to help grow this or bring attention to the community from any avenue of advertising. For Fiat, I do digital marketing currently for a pretty large company, do about 250K in spend a day. So we're in charge of a pretty large budget. And I just feel like with all that knowledge through keyword search and maybe through Twitter or TikTok, once we start doing stuff like that, and we have some revenue that we can really like start pumping out some ads, hopefully we'll see like a huge turnaround with the growth of the overall project. But considering how far we've come, we pretty much there's like only been 5 or 6 of us who've really had our pockets open to invest and get this thing launched. So starting small, but it's going to be able to scale and grow pretty quickly, and we're really excited about that.
Beautiful. Excellent. We love comprehensive breakdowns of what everybody does. It really helps everyone to feel more comfortable knowing not just what a project is, but the people behind it, right? Because you can see projects that, oh, that seems really cool, or this idea is great, and then the team is just kind of in no man's land, right? I mean, I've been involved in a couple of those, and you just never feel great about it. So a team that comes up and is, hey, this is my name, I do this, and is happy to help, really speaks volumes to the value of a project. So it's kind of a word to the wise is, don't always just assess a project for project's sake, but really look at the people behind it, right? And you can really start to see the true cards behind a lot of these DeFi projects. So that being said, there's a couple of questions written up by our good friend Vino here. And his first question is, he sees that Hive is on the list to buy. There's an expectation that Hive may be pretty expensive to buy in on. Does the team or project have a whitelist allocations to secure a potentially lower price than what it may rise to?
So I could speak to that. We were trying to get a whitelist, and we were trying to work around like maybe giving them some one of one or something from our project as well, and trying to do cross promotion through advertising. the team was took a while to really get back, but they kind of like were stringing us along as far as like, yeah, we're really interested, waiting to hear back from someone higher than me, and then waiting to hear back from someone higher from me. So we're kind of being strung along that route. Just a couple days ago, they said that they wouldn't be allocating the whitelist for what we were offering, which is fine, but we did apply for their Hive tank that they have open in there. So it would be great to see something come from that. It will be expensive, but we are one plan we have to work around this is create maybe like 10 of the bee dragons that would then we can kind of do what in the spirit of what Hive did with their pre-launch, host an auction for them. And then these Hive dragons would share a small percentage of all Hive earnings every single month to provide the extra value and even a reason why someone would want to pay for an auction of this.
Gotcha. Beautiful. Comprehensive answer and a really great question. So how do you expect the cooldown after winning and the increased win probability to impact the price of the NFTs on the marketplace, given that if an NFT cannot win, it is less valuable than other NFTs?
So for the cooldown, it's not that the NFT cannot win. It would probably be just for the rest of that week, because we've talked about having multiple giveaways throughout the week, not just a one giveaway for all the people that week. So it would just be like, okay, so for this week, since you already won, we're going to then put it on a cooldown for like a 7-day period or whatever. And any other NFT that you're already owning, because it has not won, will then have a added percentage chance of winning. So like, for example, if all the NFTs are at like a 1 base rate of being able to win, that one NFT that wins, or the however many the NFTs that win, they would be put on a 7-day cooldown from being able to be picked from our pool to win again. And then all the NFTs that did not win would get a 1.1 rate of being able to win that next time. So the longer you go without winning, the higher chance you have without winning, but also it kind of adds a little bit of gamification or RNG, which usually does well. And we think that with this in mind, it could incentivize people trading NFTs or buying and selling NFTs more frequently than just not having something like this. So that in itself would create more revenue that then we could put back into Compound and be able to pass out more rewards in the future.
Gotcha. That sounds awesome. I really like that. And just guys, if you have questions, feel free to raise your hand and come up and ask. There's also a thread in the AMA questions specifically for this Powerful Dragons event. So feel free to type in there, please. You might get yourself a chance at some of the giveaways that are going to happen during this AMA. So that would be pretty sweet. Moving to the next question here. Before the smart contract is launched, is it stated that the NFT will be selected manually? How exactly will it work?
Paha, I don't know if you want to speak to that. I can give like a little snippet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. No,
Okay.
please.
Like we'll just use a random number generator and pick a number from between 1 and the amount minted, and then that number will be the winning NFT. And we have 14 team NFTs, and those will be equal to compounding. So the team NFTs cannot win the giveaways.
Alrighty. Well, short and sweet, comprehensive answer. Thank you.
Yeah, and of course everything will be done publicly, probably on our server or on a live stream, in order to like provide the needed proof for the legitimacy of the giveaway.
Yeah, so just to kind of touch up on that and give a shorter like answer than that. We're going to pick one kind of just like how we do Twitter picker giveaways, random number generator. We'll post a screenshot of who was picked so that and have it public. It's going to come it's going to come directly from the team wallets, and all those transactions are going to be public as well. So you're not going to see us doing anything, or there will be that level of security of, okay, if I feel maybe something sketchy is going on, I can at least go back and track everything and see what happened with it.
Yeah. All righty.
Makes sense.
Next question here we got is some of these things are still in the ideation process, but can you share beyond quote unquote work in progress on things like the Thornament and P2E?
Yeah. So I'll start on the P2E. We're working on the Ghost, Nameless Brother is already working on our first game, project name Alpha Arena, which will be a kind of like a side-scrolling arena battler where you can then use the NFTs as characters eventually. And like the idea for it is to kind of have it as a proof of concept game to be used for some of the giveaways. So instead of just picking a random winner, we'll pick competitors who will then compete in the game to get the rewards. And then like we haven't finalized still the ideas, but the idea like a part of the treasury would be invested in Tor, and then probably either weekly or monthly we would then have a competition where the rewards would be in Tor, and thus it would be named Tournament.
I like it. I like the play on words. I always enjoy a good little marketing name. It's always a fun time. All good answers, guys. Keymaster of Node Nation, Silver Member, is asking, he's still bullish on Power and Thor. Any thoughts on pivoting to other investments that are more in demand, like Titano and various forks?
Yeah, I could speak to that one. So we have 10% of whatever revenue is going to be allocated to, let's say, investments, either for team treasury growth or rewards growth or bringing a new reward. That's going to be our quote unquote higher risk pool, or things that are outside of the union of transparency. Essentially, we really want to kind of align ourselves with not only those node protocols, but just kind of also everything that they stand for, with just being transparent and being there for the community and having that community input. Now, if our community input is, hey, we want whatever polar nodes, or we want red light node district, or whatever else, there's going to be proposals that will come up that everyone can vote upon, where X amount of money would then be allocated to, just like in these other protocols that we're trying to reward people from.
Gotcha. Makes good sense. And I think that's wise, really assessing everything you do with sort of a very critical eye. And these times are also crazy for just the whole market in general, right? Crypto, stocks, real estate is going to take an interesting turn here with rising interest rates, right? So really taking the time to look through everything comprehensively and with an added degree of scrutiny above and beyond the most important thing you can do. So it's good to hear that from you guys. Any questions of people wanting to come up and raise your hand on stage? If you come up and ask a legitimate question, we'll throw your name into a little raffle here of people eligible to win at the end of this AMA. The team is going to give away an NFT, a Powerful Dragon NFT. So if you want to come up and ask a question, you get an immediate slot into that raffle. So we got our first person who wants to go here. Dosage approved. Come on up.
Yeah, I've actually been following the project a lot. So like what's going on. I know that the first mint is for. Oh wait, actually, I'll rephrase that. How long will the mint be open? I know whitelist is 48 hours, but then after, how long of a window are we looking to keep the mint open? And in case that it stalls because the market volatility and everything, will there be a supply cut in order to just move forward with the project?
I could start on this, and Paha, or Nameless, if there's anything you want to add, feel free. But I think right now we have not talked about turning off the ability to mint. Right now, the idea is we're going to be able to take some of this mint revenue that we're receiving and then turn that into some more advertising. We've had some talks with some YouTubers, some other influencers over social media that like our project. We just haven't had the means to afford it currently. So we would like to see how things like that go. Like I said earlier, all decisions about this project would come to a community proposal. Essentially, like the core ideas would be built by the team of routes we would like to go, and then the community can take a vote, and we can adhere to that. But I think that's something that we're going to have to kind of play by ear and see how things go. At least that's my own personal thoughts right now. Paha or Nameless, I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah. So about cutting the minting off, like reducing the supply.
The potential,
yeah. That's not. I don't think that's something we would want to do, because it's not just the NFTs basically the NFTs represent much more than just the NFTs. Due to the added utility of the play to earn game and stuff. Like if we would cut the supply, then that would also mean that we would be cutting off the basically the amount of players that could earn from the game.
Got you. That's a kind of the gist of the question. Only because, as we all know in the space, a lot of mint sometimes will stall because of people not coming in or just the market and sentiment overall. I mean, personally, I would probably mint 4 or 5, maybe even 6 more, just my degen head. But not everybody is into different things, like they get spread out too thin and they're not able to come back into certain things, or they don't understand it because they don't do a full read or thorough read to understand what's in front of them and thus get the value of it. So that was the main question, because I mean, for me, even if the supply gets cut, right, if in case it did, then would rarity change? Would that type of portion, what would it trickle to? But
yeah, I think that's the main reason why we don't want to cut the supply. Also, yeah, like you said, with the game and the DeFi staking and stuff, like if you don't have it, there will be a scholarship model where you will be able to essentially like rent one from an owner. Like let's say they're not using one of their NFTs, someone could come and rent it for you. And we've talked about splitting the profits of 75-25 in favor of the owner of the NFT. So that way, like if you never were able to grab one of them, but you still want to play our games, you can still play and you can still earn, but you would just have to only get like 0.25% that you would be able to earn if you already had the NFT.
That works for me. I'll be renting some out then, guys. Just saying. All right, cool. That answers my question, guys. Awesome.
Beautiful. All righty. So looking forward here. Do we have any other questions coming in? Anybody want to raise their hand? We added into this raffle for this free NFT. Not seeing any hands raised. Any other questions in AMA questions? I have a question. So when is your planned sort of time of release, and how is your relationship with the core team over at Power?
Release regarding the game, or
yeah, like when does the game and everything really start to come out?
So Nameless's brother's thrown around, I think, for like an alpha of the game around Q3 and a beta around Q4. And we might be able to start earning in Q4 of this year with that beta. But as we all know how game development works, the window is wide for when the actual date could happen. As far as our relationship with the Power team, we came from Power. This is a community-built project, and we've been in communication with Cut, and we brought Renegade on as an advisor. Dabs helped us with building our Web3 site. We kind of had like just touches here and there with all the uppers of Power, getting approval of everything we're doing through Cut, offering proposals to him of things that we could do to help Power itself, and just trying to be like an affiliated or adopted project with them. also because since we all came from Power, we also realized that there's not really another node NFT giveaway that's happening through giving away Power rewards. It's all like PXT or Thor or even Strong now. So I think that's like our competitive advantage is to align ourselves with everything that Power envisions, because one, we came from there, and then two, it could be a mutually beneficial partnership where maybe we have something next to like passive poker with Andos and stuff, just things that have been in discussion.
Yeah, that passive poker is a cool thing. I'm really hoping that catches traction across a lot of the node services, right? Not just Power, but their union of transparency sort of relatives, because it's just kind of overall, it's just great for the whole crypto space as a whole. So I think that's a really cool idea. We have the dude, Node Nation member here, to ask a question. Go ahead and ask away, and I'll get you added to that giveaway picking.
Awesome. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on,
Welcome.
man?
Hey, what's up? So I'm actually in the airport right now, so sorry for any background noise, but I like the project. I like the vision. I just am curious on when the smart contract deployment is kind of like scheduled for, as far as like maybe a soft date or anything like that.
Nameless, that's all you, brother.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
He was
question.
asking. He was just asking for a general ETA of when we could expect like the next contract update or the smart contract. Where I'm assuming he's referring to us not having to manually deploy the rewards, and it just happens through the smart contract. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir, exactly.
Cool.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. I think Baha will have a better answer on this, but we will like with Ghost, we were talking about making a different like raffle system, right? We like a bit gamified, and that would have its own smart contract. With all the like logics we were talking earlier with like if you won something you will be like you can't win like immediately and stuff. So I'd say this is work in progress, and yeah, we don't have any like ETA on when we are going to complete it.
Yeah, we've been mainly focused on getting the NFTs launched successfully, which,
Sure.
well, not saying it got close, but
Yeah.
Collection was generated
Yeah.
like 48 hours ago. So
Hey, under
Yeah.
pressure,
Yeah,
though,
so-
you guys are thriving.
we haven't yet like even begun on getting the giveaway smart contracts done, so we really don't have an ETA on them yet.
Alrighty, yeah, no, that's totally understandable. It's a lot to manage, I can imagine. Could I ask one more quick question?
Yeah, sure.
So I was reading the white paper and I saw something about the Thornament. Could you give any teasers for our community about that?
I think we already did, but I can.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
could
get
you
some
run
more.
it by one more time?
Yeah. So we're like we said, we're developing the game, and at first it's going to be just PvE arena fighter. So you fight against like waves of enemies that spawn randomly generated, and the arena changes every round as well. And then you get a higher score based on how fast you kill the enemies, and then like we're gonna have like either a weekly or monthly competition with the Tor rewards, and that's gonna be the tournament. And eventually, when the game is gonna be
Dude,
ready, we're gonna most likely implement some PvP as well, which will then be used for the tournaments.
I am so fucking hyped for that. That sounds badass.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much.
thank you for the questions.
Alrighty, gang. We got another person raising their hand here. Adnil, go ahead and come on up, and I'll add you to the roster, my friend. accept the invite. There he is. What's going on? If you're talking, we cannot hear you. Go Dogs, if you want to come up in the meantime while Adnil tries to get their mic fixed out. I saw you had an invite earlier. Beautiful. I'll get you added to that list as well. What's going on, man?
Hey, sorry if I missed a little bit of the beginning, but is Rarity going to play any part in the NFTs? Like, is there any randomness to the mint where you get better odds at winning stuff based on what you end up with, or is everybody equal?
The giveaways are for the giveaways. Every NFT is going to be equal, but
Okay.
For the video game project, of course different weapons and stuff are going to have different stats, and of course rare items are going to have more powerful stats.
Okay, cool.
Just to touch on the rewards themselves, because I don't know if you were here, but we are trying to gamify the reward payout as well. So, like, let's say your NFT wins, it would get reset to the refresh to the base rate and have like a week cooldown on it from being able to win again.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Any NFT, okay, and then the ones that don't win would get like an increased rate of being able to win. So the longer you go without winning, the higher chance that one has to win.
Okay, I like that. Cool. All right, thank you all much. I like the project.
Thanks for coming up and asking your question, and I added you to the raffle to win an NFT.
Sweet, thank you.
Of course. All righty, Bonafide Zulu, come on up. What's going on?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes. How are you?
Oh, sorry. I'm just getting AMA, so I don't know if you've already addressed this, but what is the motivation for starting another project, especially in the P2E space? I'm just curious to learn a little bit more as towards the motivations of doing so.
I mean, I know that when we were first getting the core group together in the team, it was mainly just going to be this simple art NFT plus utility of reward giveaways. And then we just kind of realized how gifted Nameless and his brother are in the gaming industry. And it's something that they were already in the process of wanting to build a company in this space. So it was just kind of a simple, easy plug and play of connecting the two ideas together. And being able to bring both of what we want to life at the same time.
Also,
okay. All right, great.
Also, while playing around with the ideas for the NFT set, like the idea for 5 different elements and their armies, kind of just plays right into the P2E scene as well.
Beautiful.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. All righty. Let's try to bring Adnil back up here and see if that mic is working. How's it going, Adnil?
Hello?
Hey, we can hear you. How you doing?
Hi, good afternoon. I was just wondering, I did purchase the NFT, but I can't get it on my to transfer. Is there a contract number, or should I go to the Phantom?
Nameless and Paha, that's going to be more on you.
What's that?
I'm just directing the answer to one of them to answer.
Okay.
So are you trying to transfer?
What was the question?
I'm trying to import my NFT from Tofu to my wallet.
Okay. On MetaMask.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Have you been able to import it? What's the issue?
I tried to put the contract number that's on the bottom that you guys gave, and it says it doesn't let me.
Try using an ID number of one bigger or one smaller. Okay, there's
smaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
What number do you see for your
294? 294.
Try 293.
Try 293.
Yes, 293.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
If you still have issues, just
Uh-huh.
open a ticket on our Discord.
All right. Very good.
We'll help you out.
Good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Admiral. Have a wonderful
Have a
evening.
great day. You do the same. Take care. Bye-bye.
The reason you have to use the one smaller number is because of the Tofu NFT uses a different ID from like the metadata ID, I think. So it displays a different ID than what's on the contract.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Sub-Zero, go ahead and hit us with that question.
Hey guys, thank you. The project's looking pretty cool. Great work on the art. I was reading the white paper and I saw you guys are planning to do some donations to the community, like schools and wells, water wells. Can you guys talk a little bit about that? I missed the beginning of the AMA if you guys did cover it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you talking? There's another project that's doing strong rewards called Strong Dragons, releasing the same day as us, even though their project Twitter came up after ours. So I want to make sure we're talking about the same project. That's all.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I found. The wrong project.
I'd rather be powerful than strong, anyways.
It's a more colorful.
Check out our white paper and see what we're doing. We are doing some different things than some of the other like NFT node giveaway protocols that are happening.
Cool. Definitely will check you guys out. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, brother.
And the next things we're going to work on is NFT staking and the giveaway smart contract while working on the play to earn game.
Awesome. All right. Well, if nobody else wants to raise their hand and there's no AMA questions, anybody want to raise their hand? If you don't raise it, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and we'll be capped out at, let me check, 6 people for the raffle to give away a free Powerful Dragon NFT. So hand doesn't come up here in the next 15 seconds or so. I'm going to close this out.
By the way, it has a rare trait.
Rare trait?
Kind of inspired by Node Nation.
Man, can I raise my own hand? Alrighty, guys.
Yeah, man, put yourself in there. You held this thing.
So, that being said, it looks like we're kind of running out of AMA questions. That's okay. We're hitting that 35 minute mark here. So, couple just clarification questions for you guys. How many members do you guys have on your team?
So go ahead, Pa.
The core team is developers are me, Nameless, and then Ghost. Then we have Ruski doing marketing, Shavola doing partnership management, and then we have moderators and community helpers and stuff. But yeah, the core team is currently 5 persons.
Yeah,
and we're looking to expand the team.
Okay.
As soon as possible.
Exciting. Looking to expand the team. That's always fun to hear.
The next step is getting a 3D artist.
Little Grand wanted to come up and raise his hand, and he's always got great questions, so we'll open that up. Go ahead and raise that hand again, Little Grand, and we'll let you come back up. And we'll start to wind it down. Alrighty, Little Grand. What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead and ask that question.
I came in a little bit late in the AMA, so you may have already gone over this, but what's the plan if the NFTs don't sell out? Are you going to just start giveaways with an investing of what you have? Given the market right now, people are struggling to sell all their NFTs.
Yeah, we're gonna start as soon as we have enough to cover our bases and start some nodes. We're gonna start doing the giveaways. That's the number one priority is getting covering our own investments and then starting the giveaways. But like
Yeah.
we're not gonna cut the supply because we have other plans than just like the NFTs have other uses than just being NFTs. Like we believe that once we get the play to earn running, get the staking running, the demand for the NFTs is gonna go up.
You guys as a team, have you guys discussed at what point you will start all that, i.e. a number of NFTs sold?
We haven't yet. Like it's most likely gonna be more dependent on like the amount of nodes we can buy rather than the amount of NFTs we've sold.
So like we're after the first week of the public mint, we're going to kind of realize funds, see where we're at, and make a plan going forward. That plan will definitely be public to all the community and let them know where we're at with everything financially. And we have a minimum that we do need to meet in order to like be like, okay, you know what, no problem. Everything that's written as is, and it's is good to go. And that number was around, I think like it was like 600 mints, which it's not out of the world. We have 750 in our Discord, and we still have like some huge promotions coming starting tomorrow. So ideally, if we hit like around 600, 550, we should be good, no problem. To then, just as everything's set, start doing rewards soon, build everything as we have planned currently. But if there's, let's say, like only 200 mints that happen, we're going to have to come back and come up with a proposal to the community and kind of get the sentiment of what they feel like should be done to be fair across the board.
Okay, perfect. That answered it.
Beautiful. Good answer. Thanks for the question, Little Grand. Alrighty, so with that being said, we'll kind of move into your guys' closing remarks, any last minute comments or things, really the crux of what the project means to you guys as the core team, and if you could really have one strong selling point for Powerful Dragons, what it is, go ahead and tell us.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess just a little bit about Powerful Dragons. Why I think it would be really cool is, I mean, right now everything's only coming in through Phantom, but we've been having discussions with Power themselves and trying to implement purchases through Power or even energy in the future, trying to help provide some type of utility with that, and that could be with like our P2E games. It could come into with our staking. If that's something that's not ideal or doesn't seem to be like working out ideally, then we can also talked about bringing our own tokens into play, doing like a public sale to our community. But at the end of the day, this is a community built project to be able to give these opportunities out to other people. You know, like I would understand that probably a lot of people here, they already have some Power nodes or any other nodes within UOT, but there's also a large community of people who haven't even heard of it yet. And if price action goes opposite of how it has been currently, like they won't be able to afford the nodes that we would be giving out. And when we were brainstorming this, that's when Power was still around like 20-ish bucks or something, hovering around there, and the node price for like a nuclear was still fairly out of reach for the vast majority of people. So we're here to present the opportunity to those that don't have it yet or can't obtain it themselves, and have a lower barrier of entry to be able to obtain those goals.
Excellent.
Aside from video games.
Yes, great coverage there. Thank you. We appreciate you guys' time. On behalf of Node Nation, we really appreciate you guys coming over here to take time out of your busy Friday to discuss your project, to talk about your guys' goals and roadmap and what Powerful Dragons means, not only to you guys, but to the Power community and to the DeFi space as a whole. So big thanks to you guys from Node Nation, and we appreciate everybody here that's come from either the Powerful Dragons community and the Node Nation community to listen. On the heels of this AMA, the Powerful Dragons team wants to extend everyone an invite to the Discord, which is in the announcements tab where this AMA was announced. And they're opening the opportunity for you to go ahead and drop your address in their whitelist channel. They're going to reopen that channel up here for a short amount of time for people to go in there and drop their address in to be whitelisted as a special little part of this AMA. There was also a couple people that came up on stage that are now going to be a part of a raffle to win a rare Powerful Dragons Node Nation themed NFT. So I'll discuss with the team on the back end and go over those names, and we'll kind of find a way to randomly shake them up, and then we will announce that winner across Node Nation and Powerful Dragons. So that being said, we appreciate you guys coming over here, and we look forward to having you guys here again. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend.